Fortunately, I was blessed with the opportunity to do a research on my alma mater, Oberlin High School in Jamaica. And that opportunity led me to some deep research and valuable information about how the United States helped other nations such as Africa and Japan and Jamaica in developing their countries in the 1800s. Hence the genesis of the Visioneers series. So as you can see on the screen, the first Visioneer volume has my high school on it, Oberlin High School. I'm a proud alumni. And Oberlin came from a school called Oberlin College in Ohio. So that's where we come from, Ohio. And as I traversed that journey through the research, I realized that we were very special because we were associated with some abolitionists in the United States who were associated with the Underground Railroad. They helped the slaves to become freed and to get into Canada. And men such as Charles Finney and Theodore Weld and other popular, David Ingraham, Julius Beardsley, popular abolitionists who we were not exposed to these historians and abolitionists in our country, but Americans know about their contribution, right? Especially the leaders from the American Missionary Society who even started the credit system in Jamaica. So the volume 1 is very deep. It teaches you the American history and the Jamaican history, how communities were founded, such as Oberlin. I didn't know how the community was founded and the first school, and that led me to even the definition of who a visioneer is and why it is important for us today to continue on that trajectory to be visionaries, not just a leader, but exemplary leaders, right? Who focus on fairness and honor and building others. Now, because of the volume of information, it led me to a volume 2, where I had to now share the mission field journey, the different communities in Jamaica that were impacted. What was the nitty gritty, the story, the mix up, what happened during that time, how did the people live? And that led me to the story of how even the American Civil War impacted Jamaica. Because funds, they didn't have enough funds, and it impacted the communities that the missionaries were helping out in Jamaica, the schools that were built, the businesses that were built, and how the Jamaicans gave their money, their little money, the freedmen, we got emancipation in 1834. And those freedmen, the little pennies that they have, they contributed it to help persons in Africa to be released and for them to get the same benefit that we got in Jamaica. That was so awesome to learn. So here you see the Book of Vision, Volume 2, focus on that, as well as a local hero, George William Gordon, who died in an insurrection in 1865. So local history is combined there, and it's really, really rich. Now we have this year on this book tour, I am launching my new release, Volume 3, which is Women in Leadership, Missions and Ministries. Now, back in the days, persons just thought that women just served the home. They took care of the children and helped their husband. Many did not know that women were critical to the development of even the church, communities, and school. And here is where this challenge led me to the genesis of Women in Mission from in the early 1800s, how they gave their widows might to build communities, how they built organizations, how they led. They were strong, they were powerful, and they hired even men to go onto the mission field where women couldn't go to do the work that women needed to be done, to get done. So this was amazing for me, and the focus here was another institution, not the American Missionary Institution, but the Christian Women's Board of Missions, who were critical to helping India. You know, India had the caste system back in those days. Men couldn't help, but they developed the nation of India. They helped China, they helped Japan, several countries in Asia, right, to become modern and for women to become independent, self-reliant, right, developed. So that's for the Visioneer series. But you might wonder who a visioneer is. According to the definition that I got when I was writing the book, visioneers are people who see and execute their spiritual purpose through the ideas, drive, passion, and concept thought and given by God, who is truth, life, and light of the world. And that's a quote from Visioneers Volume 1. There are visionaries who are not comfortable with the status quo, right? They like change. They're pioneers. They're exemplary men and women who impact people, communities, and nation. They help in purpose achievement, and they do not oppress. And this is critical because many leaders oppress, right? They gain power fairly, and they uplift, strengthen, and develop. So on this platform here, I've seen several visionaries, including Jennifer, including Rose.
And we are seeing you. We are seeing you. We are seeing you. We are seeing you. You are the visionary here. I was just thinking the same way. I'm like, wow, today I'm in the house full of visionaries. Wow, amazing, powerful. Yes, continue, Mrs. Lisa. Thank you. Yes, continue.
When I got the downloads for this man, I'm passionate. I studied history in school, or in our high school, we're all made to do history. It's mandatory. And I didn't understand the richness and importance until I could connect it with the American history and see Jamaica today, the US today, Japan, and the growth and how inspiring these leaders or forefathers are. So critical. Even I got the challenge to say, what was the foundation upon which your school was built? And even that I got through research. So what we get in the spiritual is it connects with the natural, and you can find documented information to help you. And I will implore others to not just see history as boring, but to see history as something that can help with your personal and community development. Because today we see communities in parishes of St. Mary having benefited from the Visioneers, right? Brainerd, the community named because of the Visioneers. Even the Michael Institute that trains so many teachers and business leaders had visionaries like Julius Beardsley was a principal in the 1840s at the Michael in Jamaica. Visionaries, but many persons don't know about these people, right? So history is critical. Marcus Garvey says, a people without knowledge of their history are like people without roots. So we need to know our roots. That is my encouragement. Know your roots. In